Thomas Smith, the 2023 International Internet Radio Hall of Fame Broadcasting Enshrinee, and the WBNN Communications Anna Waddell Host of the Year Award recipient. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight for our 3,812th presentation of Ngozi Time Multimedia LLC. Our topic tonight will be, will the purpose change? Exploring the essence of purpose with our special guests, Latonya Littlejohn, Stephanie Johnson, and Triveda Harris. I am thrilled to be joined by my special co-host, Shanette Johnson, who is one of the hosts of the great The Crew Podcast Media Network. We're going to make this an unforgettable, enriching experience here on the ONE Dynasty. So, Shanette, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Well, hello. Tell everyone hello.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing on this evening? Hope everyone had a good day.
All right. Well, welcome. I'm sure you're going to enjoy tonight. I'm excited. I want you guys to call in at 717-734-6904. Press 1 pound. Then it's going to prompt you to put in, no, hold on. I may be doing it backwards. I think it's going to prompt you to put in your ID code first. And that will be 5334929 pound. And then once it asks for your identification code, I think you're going to press 1 pound. And then if you want to join the conversation, that means you want to come up here and talk with us, give a shout out, join the conversation, then you're going to press *2. I'm going to be repeating this throughout the conversation because I want you guys to interact with us. That's what talk radio is all about. And we need your interaction to make this an amazing show. So in this episode tonight, we aim to define the word purpose and uncover its significance in this journey we call life. Exploring purpose and understanding, discovering and embracing your path. What is purpose? And how can you uncover your unique calling in life? We're going to dive deep into the depths of our existence. And we're going to find out that pondering profound question, what is purpose? And will our purpose change? I looked that word up. It says purpose is the guiding force that gives meaning to our lives, fuels our aspirations, and shape our journey towards fulfillment and impact. It is the essence of our being, the compass that directs our choices and actions, the foundation of our legacy. Also tonight, we're going to be celebrating Disability Pride Month. I bet you a bunch of y'all didn't even know what that was. Well, we want to recognize the strength, the resilience, and the diversity within our community. Because each individual, regardless of their ability or challenges, possesses a purpose that is valuable and significant. It is in embracing our differences advocating for inclusion, and honoring their contributions of every individual that we truly uplift and empower one another. Again, the question of the hour remains: will your purpose change? Will the essence of your purpose remain constant? Will the avenue through which we express it cause us to transform on this journey as we discover and fulfill our purpose? Before I bring up my guest on tonight, y'all know me and y'all know how God be dealing with me with words. The poem that I want to read to my special guests before I bring them up. And then I'm gonna have a little conversation right before I bring them up. I'm gonna have a little conversation with my co-host, and then we're gonna bring up my guests. But this poem is entitled Queens of Purpose, a tribute to Stephanie, Triveda, and Latonya. Bound by mission, strong and true, empowered souls irradiate their hue. Stephanie, a beacon of faith, guided with light, her wisdom and grace, a zealous sight. Triveda, a warrior, fierce and bold, inspirational strength, a story untold. Latonya, a pillar of courage and grace, leading with heart in every embrace. Queens of the upstate South Carolina, shining bright, empowering souls through the darkest night. In purpose they walk with heads held high, champion change, reaching for the sky. Their legacy woven in stories untold, queens walking with purpose, a sight to behold. Pastor Stephanie, Triveda, and Latonya, so grand, queens of purpose, leading the land. And that's that piece. So, Shanette, before we bring our guests up, what you think about that poem?
I love it. It describes each and every one of them. When you describe Triveda, and it just took me back. I remember her talking about the things that she overcame, dealing with her disability, her strength, and I can see her strength just by listening to her, the words that she was saying when we was having that conversation. And I never met her. I just see her on her podcast, and I can just feel her strength. I can just feel it when she speaks. I never met Latonya, but I see it in her face. The they pushing through. They walking strong, and I love to see they posters how they look. They not looking like they defeated. They wearing their crowns well.
Wow. Stephanie is someone that she's from my hometown. She's been on the show a couple of times. I always have to have her on every now and then, just so we can catch up and so that people can understand what this little. When I tell you she's little, but has a big spirit and does so much for anybody. Because before I left South Carolina, the first time going to Atlanta, I didn't even know Stephanie. I met Stephanie on social media, and immediately we became connected. And it's just like if I called, she came. She would travel to Myrtle Beach at the drop of a dime. And every opportunity I get to share her and the great things that she's doing right there in our hometown, I want to give her that opportunity because she's doing some amazing things. And I like to give people their flowers while we have the opportunity.
Right.
So I'm excited. I'm going to bring them on. I'm going to go ahead and bring them up so we can dive into this conversation and get this conversation going, and allow individuals to call in and chat with them, because I know they got some amazing things going on. Stephanie, are you there?
They were waiting for Stephanie to call back. He was on waiting for him to call back there.
Okay, you can bring up Triveda and bring up Triveda and Latonya at the same time.
All right,
While
ladies,
we
live on
waiting,
air.
while we're waiting for,
Hello.
hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hi.
Triveda, how are you?
Fine.
Hello.
Hey Latonya,
Hey, how are you?
we're doing great. I'm thankful to have you guys here on tonight. And I tell you, when I invited you guys, I didn't realize that it was actually Disability Pride Month. And I tell you, a lot of people, they probably see you guys just like y'all wear it well, like Shanette said, y'all wear y'all crowns very well. People probably would not realize that you guys have a disability if you guys did not talk about it, and bring awareness to it. So tonight, I really want to give you guys an opportunity to really share and talk about your brands and talk about your disability, and jump on that purpose, because y'all are definitely walking in your purpose.
Yes.
And I want to applaud
And
you guys.
Stephanie's on too right now as well.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Stephanie's on right now.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, how are you guys?
We
How
are
are y'all doing?
Look, we are great. We are great, and because you guys are so
Yes.
great, the enemy is definitely busy. I tell you, every time we try to come together and always some positivity going on, the enemy always try to get in these airways. But guess what? We're gonna rebuke them because it's too much power right here in these airways, right here on this call right now, to where we just can't have it. We need to let
Yes.
people know exactly who y'all are. I'm telling you, and I have to double represent because y'all are from upstate South Carolina, my home stomping area. So no, I have to give y'all kudos for that, just for that. So yeah, we're gonna be going around the room. We're gonna go around the room, but I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves individually. We're gonna talk about we're gonna start with Latonya and Triveda, because we are celebrating Disability Pride Month, and I want them to touch on their disabilities just a little bit, if they would. I want to start with Latonya. If you would start us off, let everybody know who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Well, hi everyone. I am Latonya Littlejohn. I reside in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I am 45 years of age. I was born with spina bifida and hydrocephalus. Um, Spina bifida is the curvature of the spine, and hydrocephalus is fluid on the brain. Um, so, during the time that I was born, doctors said that I wouldn't survive. And being born to a teenage mom, my mom put me up for adoption. And I was adopted at 18 months old. My parents that adopted me were told that I would not live to see 9 years old because of my condition. But I know a man that sits high, and he was taking care of me um, from day one, and he's never taken his hands off of me. I wrote my first book, Delayed But Not Denied, The Story of Tori, as a book to basically just share my story of being born with a disability, um, being adopted, being a teenage mom, and just, the things of life that goes along with all of that. basically especially the teenage mom part, because I was told that I would never have children. So I had my son at 16. He's 29 now, and a father of his own. You know, his daughter, she's 3. Shout out to Deontay and Kehlani. I'm also the bonus mom to Deja. She's 26. Um, I'm also a podcast host. My podcast is Delayed But Not Denied, and my platform is Disabilities. However, I do believe that everyone has a story. Everyone has a purpose. So my purpose is to help you find your purpose. And in any way that I can do that, just reach out to me if you have something pressing that you want to share or get across. I'm here for it. And I thank you.
All right, all right. Triveda, how you doing?
I am doing good. How is everybody?
Right. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am wonderful. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a little hoarse tonight. That's because of my condition, which I will tell you about in just a little bit. I'm Triveda Harris. I am from Spartanburg, South Carolina as well. I am a mother of 3, a grandmother of 2. I am a stroke survivor and a TR malformation warrior. It is basically a serious neurological condition that I did not find out I had until I had a stroke in 2009. 2009, I found out about this condition that I've had pretty much since birth, but no one could pinpoint or put these things together until I had the stroke. So I call my stroke my blessing and my curse. With this stroke that I had in 2009, I was 30 years old. I'm stubborn and I'm hard-headed, to say the least. I drove myself to the hospital while I was having a stroke. That's neither here nor there, but that is the stubbornness and the strength that I have, and I get that from my mom. But I was told by the neurologist to just get used to not being able to use my left side. And I told that doctor I did not have to get used to him because that was not what God had in store for me. Fast forward to 2013, I had a major flare up with this condition, PR malformation, and it took away my ability to speak. I lost the use of my left side again, and I had a physical therapist in 2009 who told me to never treat myself as if I was handicapped. So the things that she taught me during that time let me know that I can only be handicapped and I will only treat myself as if I was handicapped if I allowed myself to think that way. So with me being who I am and having people around me who believe enough in me to continue to push me, not only myself and the physical therapist let me know that I can do anything that I set my mind to if I choose to. So I am a author. I am a podcast host. The name of my podcast is called Believe Journey. I have a publishing business that is called Wings of Transformation. Now, this is how it works when it comes to that. I started the group Wings of Transformation. My tagline for Wings of Transformation, the Facebook group, was Believe in the Journey. God gave me those names in 2020, and I have basically expanded upon what he gave me. The tagline that I closed my podcast with every night is, when I do my podcast every second Sunday and fourth Thursday of the month, is stay out of God's business. The only thing that he needs you to do is be obedient to what he's called you to do. I'm stubborn, I'm hard-headed, but I do mind what God tells me to do. Sometimes I try to run away from it, but he is always leading me down the path in which I'm supposed to be. And he's always connected me to the people that are helping to fulfill the destiny that he has for me. That was my prayer in 2019. God, connect me to the people that are connected to the destiny and what you have for me. And so that is why I'm here tonight, to help people do what it is that God has designed for me to help them to fulfill their purpose, not only theirs, but mine as well. That's a little bit about me.
Wow. Little. And Miss Stephanie. Wow.
Yes, listen, it's an honor to be in the midst of such wonderful individuals, and I mean all of you. So I'm Stephanie Denise Johnson, voice out of the electrifying city of Anderson, South Carolina. So that means, since it's the electric city, I'm electrifying. I am the mother of one phenomenal son, Stephanie Johnson. I am so thankful, Carlos Rice. I am a pastor, motivational speaker, a life coach, publicist, publisher, author. Listen, that's enough of that. I am honored to be just simply crazy. Not the crazy with the health wise, but just crazy about life, crazy about people, and crazy enough to be obedient, to walk in purpose. Let's get it. I was supposed to be on this show.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, that word purpose, like when he dropped that word in my spirit, I know like many, I don't know about you guys, but when he dropped that word purpose in my spirit, it was December 2012. And after he reminded me that I had a purpose, it seemed like, okay, I got this purpose now. Then it seemed like all hell broke loose in my life. I don't know about y'all, but it's like soon as I began to start walking into my purpose, it seemed like everything broke loose. I'm talking about I was involved in domestic violence. I wanted to commit suicide. I didn't want to be here, and then yet I'm still trying to hold on to that word that he gave me in December of 2012. I had a purpose. How can I have a purpose going through this? That's where I was. That's what I was thinking. How, when all this is happening, how can I have a purpose? Have any of you guys been like that?
I felt like that ever since I learned of my disability and my adoption. I never knew what my purpose was. I deal with abandonment issues, and I just never knew, why me? Like, why would I be born with this condition that the doctors can't fix? Why did my parents give up on me without, fighting to the end? And, it's crazy how you go about finding your purpose. So I started, writing my book, and in doing so, I reached out to Triveda. She is my best friend of over 30 plus years. I told her, I was like, listen, I wrote a book. You need to write a book. And that has gotten us to where we are today. I followed her lead with the podcast, and it's been a phenomenal ride. Like, my purpose, I am learning and trying to walk in what my purpose is. I don't know completely the whole aspect of it all, but I do know that God gave me a space to allow people to share what they are dealing with, their walk in life, and how God has transformed things going on with them. So I'm grateful. I'm just so grateful. And that poem, Amber, was beautiful.
And thank you. And that question I asked, will the purpose change? Do you think now that you are discovering your purpose, do you think once that you find out what your purpose is, do you think it's going to change? And I want all of y'all to chime in, because I know we all gonna have different perspectives. And I want people to be able to hear and get their own perspective from each one of us, because all of us gonna see it different. So I want to start. I want to start with let Latonya finish, and then I want to jump over to Stephanie, and then I want Triveda, then Shanette.
Okay, should my purpose change? It would change for the better. It would be broader, and I would be able to expand on whatever that purpose is whatever God sees fit for my life. I'm open to. I will always stand firm on being a voice for the voiceless with people dealing with spinal bifida and hydrocephalus, because we go through things that people would not even understand. Like it's not a tasteful. It's not. It's hard from day to day, and just having the will to get up in the morning and press is like it's a job in itself. But in my purpose allows me to do what I need to do to go where God is leading me. And as I said before, if my purpose changes, it changes for the better.
Wow. Stephanie?
That could go so many different ways, but from my own personal perspective, like she says, it's going to evolve. Like you're not gonna be in that same place. It's not always gonna look the same way. You won't always be in the same arena, but you will still be fulfilling the original purpose. Adam and Eve was designed in the Garden of Eden to continue to bring the kingdom to earth. They failed in that purpose, but they were supposed to take that purpose and cover the earth with that. So one example was, okay, he had me to pastor. So then after he had me to pastor, then he began to send me out to model or to style models on Sundays, on Saturdays, on the day that we were scheduled to have service. So I said, excuse me, Lord, I don't understand. You're sending me out when you gave me the responsibility of a ministry. But he said, you are the ministry. He said, when I send you wherever you step foot in, then there I am, and you're doing ministry. That's so the purpose that I thought that he gave me that began here did not remain here. And it took me to other states, and it operated differently than what I thought that it would look like. So the purpose was still the original, but yet it evolved into different. It's going to expand. It's going to grow. It's going to stretch you. What you thought it was going to be, what you thought it was going to be, maybe you don't think again.
Wow. And Triveda, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on purpose is, for me, Lord, I will say that I have ran from the purpose that he has had for me for quite some time. And I'm just now getting in a space to where I have embraced the purpose, because I've always been one of those people to be semi a loner. But I always was in spaces where people would always gravitate to me to ask questions, ask advice, and these are total strangers. And I would always ask God, like, look, why are you sending these people to talk to me? I don't really want to be bothered in this space right now. I'm at the laundromat. I just want to sit over here, charge my phone, wash my clothes. And here this lady comes in and she tells me her whole life story about what has been going on. And we get to talking, and, I offer them advice that, she's needed, and I could be in the grocery store, and it would happen. I just pass somebody on the line, and in the aisle, and I just say, hey, how you doing? Well, listen, this is how my day is going, and okay, well, let's talk about it, because it's going to get better, and there's a reason for what you're going through. You got to pay attention to the signs. So that's one of the things that I've had to take from me trying to run away from what he's called me to do, to understanding that is my purpose. I wasn't raised by neither one of my parents, but I also understand the role in which they have created me. I needed both of my parents to be who they were in order for me to become who I needed to be. And so when I made that connection, as I've gotten to this space right now, I've had to go through every single thing that I've gone through in order for my journey to have a purpose, to understand that I wasn't going through anything for nothing. There was all a connection, and it was all a purpose. And that was one of the things that I just spoke to one of my coworkers about the other day. I'm a front desk receptionist in an urgent care facility. But each job I've ever had, I've taken something from the last job that I've needed in my next position. And if you pay attention to where God is leading you, everything is connected. We have little puzzle pieces that are connected to our bigger purpose. Sometimes we miss it because we're focused on the bigger picture. But if we focus on what He has us doing in that moment, everything that you go through to that next phase, when He's ready to elevate you and put you in new spaces with new people, you'll understand why those hardships had to be, in order for you to understand that there was joy even in the midst of the storm that you needed to get to this point. So my purpose is to continue to do what He's calling me to do on a bigger and broader platform. I don't know what that looks like, but I know that what He has told me to be ready to move when I say move. Now, am I terrified about it? Yes, I am. I ain't going to tell you no lie about it. I am terrified, but I understand that it is connected to the purpose because of the prayer that I prayed.
Wow. That's powerful. That's powerful.
Yeah.
And I tell people, you know, sometimes we be in the midst of going through and we don't understand what our purpose is, because we looking at the natural. But in Jeremiah 29:11, He already told us. He said, His word says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." So He's already mapped it out for us. It's just us coming into that we supposed to, so that we can catch up with our destiny. Y'all, guess what? We got caller number 1 in queue. They want to talk. Caller number 1, please tell me where you're calling from and your name, please. Caller number 1.
Hello?
Hi.
Peace and blessings.
Hi, Sister Bessie. How are you?
Hi, my sweetheart. Hi, ladies. Hi. I'm loving your praise, and you need to hear about the struggles we have. You need to tell more so people can overcome in the Almighty. Because a lot of people think that they don't have any power, but they have power in the Creator. And
Yes.
when you got Him, He's got your back.
Yes. Yes. I'm telling you. Yes. And it's nothing. And I'm gonna tell it till I can't tell it no more. I was blessed with this gift. And I often tell people, sometimes we have to put ourselves in the place of these scriptures so that we really can see. Because see, sometimes we can't visualize ourselves. So sometimes we got to remove the name that's in that scripture and put our Mark, Mary, Sarah, whoever's there. We got to put our name in the place of that scripture. Well, this young lady, she didn't know that I've been saying this, but she went and I visit Dallas, Fort Worth, and she didn't have my gift for me when I got ready to leave, so she mailed it to me. When I got it, y'all, it was a little small box. It says God's promises for Angela on the front of it. And I opened it up, and it's just a whole bunch of scriptures. They in little strips, and they folded neatly, and they just different colors. And every day I can just go and pull out a scripture and read it, and it's personalized. It says my name. Like I'm about to pull one right now, y'all. And I pulled it. And it says, "Whether you turn to the right or left, Angela, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" Isaiah 30:21. Y'all, every day, I pull one of these scriptures and I can feel that scripture because my name is in it. And when I post these scriptures, I tell people to put their name in it because we got to be able to feel it. Because this journey, He already know what the journey is going to be. He want to see how we going to endure.
Exactly.
And see, all this stuff is going to come at us. It's going to come because that's this job. His job is to attack us to see if it can distract us from that God has already planned for us. But we got to stay the course. We got to stay Isaiah 30:21. He say, when we turn to the left or to we still gonna hear his voice saying, walk in it. He say, walk in it.
Sister Angela.
Yeah, yes.
Sister Angela.
Yes.
I love that story about the cards with the scripture on it. Well, this lady that I met, she's also a minister, and she gave me a cloth. It has it's like a large handkerchief, and it has a prayer agreement on it, and around the whole agreement is scriptures, and you're supposed to read them every day. And I chose to put it on my pillow so I sleep with it at night. Yes. And you talking about a peaceful, I hadn't had it in a long time, but I'm so grateful that there are people out there that believe that they can pass on the word of God, and it helps people so much. Yes. And I want to thank you what you do. And I just want to give all the glory to the Almighty, because I've suffered some things, but the Almighty brought me out of it, and I'm going to tell the world about it. Yes. You know, and I love you all, and I love you stories, ladies. Yes. And I am Sister Betty the Truther, and I will be on, I believe, maybe the 3rd or 4th week in August.
Yes. Well, I definitely want to thank you for stopping by and sharing with us, y'all. That was the 2021 International Internet Radio Hall of Fame broadcasting nominee. And she is Sister Bessie the Truther. We have caller number 2 in queue. Caller number 2, if you would, please state your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, y'all. This is Kay Blossom. I'm not a host yet, but I'm an intern, and I just had to chime in on this. Because one thing about it, God says the race is not given to the swift or the strong. It's given to the one who's going to endure it to the end. See, right now, ma'am, right now she said, put yourself in the scripture. So the phase of life that I'm going through, I'm coming out of my Job phase. See, I had to lose everything in order
Yeah.
What you said.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. See, right now, I'm reaping the harvest. God says, be quiet and listen. You can't be that friend this season. You have to be quiet and listen to what I say, because see, I'm easily distracted. I'm like a child. I got ADHD. It only takes one thing that glitters to distract me away from the path that I'm on. He said this path is not lonely, but it's a narrow path. He said we are peculiar people. And see,
peculiar people.
He tell us he prepared.
He
can take you in that prepared phase. See, when he starts to fall, when he starts to make people fall, left to your right, and they start dropping like flies, see, we get scared. But see, right now, I'm reaching the heart.
And
every time he put me in their face, I have elevated.
He
gonna prepare us, like he said.
Yes, Lord.
Give us to the one who's gonna
endure to the end. Yes, Lord.
Or we gonna, in other words, are you gonna be the turtle or the rabbit store?
All right.
Be that turtle. That turtle. Because what they say, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. See, the rabbit gonna shoot, but he's not gonna think. That turtle gonna sit down and react. He's gonna say, WJD, what Jesus do? See, instead of us saying, why me, why not us?
All right.
She made her son that cross. She fell to her knees, but guess by the end of it, she stood and she wept. And she understood. No matter what we do in life, we might cry, but we gonna work. We might cry, but we're gonna do whatever we have to do. We're gonna stand and we're gonna weep. So just the race ain't given to the swift or the strong. It's given to the one that endures to the end. This is Kay Blossom, y'all. I'll have my first show on August the 5th, so just check me out. I'm an intern, so I'm rooting for y'all. Y'all root for me. They said teamwork makes the dream work, and I love y'all already. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Well, that is
Yes,
our
yes.
new intern, our 2024 intern, K Blossom. I tell you, she touched on some stuff. She said she just don't know we got the peculiar princess modeling agency on the line. I'm saying everything like when honey, I tell you, see how God works. And when I tell you, God is always in the midst, no matter what it looked like. He's always in the midst. So we just have to and one
all the time.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's it's never a coincidence when God's in the midst of it. It's always by God's design.
Exactly.
Everything that we do is always by God's design. He never puts you in the path of somebody that you're not supposed to cross paths with. And that's one of the things that we have to understand. If you are listening and being obedient to what God is calling you to do, you will understand that nothing happens by circumstance. It happens by design. Every person that you have met in this life has been assigned to you. Whatever that reason, whatever that season, you just have to be wise enough to understand. We often get so discouraged sometimes by thinking, God, why are you taking me through this? Why me? Why me? Why me? It is because you were the person that was designed to go through those things so that you will have that testimony to share with somebody else, to tell them how you got over. And if you allow God to lead your purpose, you will always understand that that path that you're on is connected because He has already written your story. He has already written everything that you're supposed to go through. And when you understand everything about that, you will understand why you were created. There's nothing about what God has done has been a mistake. I often hear people talk about, God He gives toughest battles to His toughest soldiers. One thing about that I do not like is the simple fact of God already knows what He's put inside of us. He knows exactly what we can endure and what we can take and how we are going to get through it. Because He'll never put you in a situation that He will not provide provision for you to get through it. It's up to you to dig deep and find out what He's instilled in you to get over that next thing. But we get so focused on the trial that we don't understand that the trial is coming around the corner. You just got to keep walking.
Yes.
Always.
Exactly.
God never said that we wouldn't get wet. He just promised we wouldn't drown. And so I stand in the midst of any storm, knowing that He's my umbrella. He keeps me covered, regardless of what it may look like.
Exactly.
And, I just want to chime in because listening to you ladies, I found my purpose. These last 8 months has been unbelievable. I share my story all the time about finding my son unresponsive and the things dealing with grief and everything. But I never knew, even though I quoted the scripture that though He slay me, yet I would trust Him. And I had to just really just think, was I trusting Him? When I said that, was I really trusting Him? Or was I angry? Or just quoting something? Because yes, I miss my son. Yes, I know that he was on loan to me. I was his surrogate mother, and that his father, his heavenly Father, came and got him. I know all of that, but it still hurts. And I thank God for each and every one of you guys for what you just spoke. You spoke life into me. Now I see what my son with. He had congestive heart failure. They counted my baby out. They said he wasn't going to live he proved them wrong. He wasn't his heart started off at 25%, then it went down to 15%, then it went down to 10% functioning. They sent him home with oxygen. He said, Mama, I don't want the oxygen. I don't need the oxygen. I can still walk. He still ran every day. He rode his bike. The boy even went and got some inline skates and was out there skating. And I see that he just, that he was showing me, and God was preparing me and let me know, look, he's pushing through, and he will always say, Mama, you strong. You got this, Mama. You got this. You got this. And I can hear him now through you guys. Triveda, thank you so much, because you was just all on my street. You was just all on my street. I see why God put Angela in my life. I met Angela at the end of October of 2023, a week before my son passed away. How I met her was through a Facebook posting. So she was looking for a prison wife or prison girlfriend to share their stories. And I answered the call. I didn't know a week later my son was going to pass away. So I'm preparing to go on her podcast the end of November, and I'm doing preparations to bury my son, to lay him to rest. And I just kept going. I kept going. I did the podcast, lay my son to rest. And then Angela came with another post about podcasting. So I get with my husband, because now he's fighting a wrongful conviction in Denver, and we're talking because he's like, we got to get my story out. Well, I'm not a talker. I'm just like, I'd rather for people else, for just to listen to everybody else do the talking. I trained with you ladies and stuff. Scared. I was so scared when I seen when the countdown came on and lost my train of thought. But now I see I'm getting stronger, and Angela just keeps pushing me to use my voice. Now I see God is telling me, use your voice to speak. I want you to speak up for the ones that can't speak for themselves. Speak for the men and women that's wrongfully incarcerated. Even though I get scared sometimes, Angela is right there, and she always pushing me. Come on, Shanette. Like today, I didn't even know I was going to be on here until she called me yesterday. You want to be a co-host? Like this woman. So I see. Yeah, I see now. She don't pull you out your comfort zone, please. Yeah. Because now she got me writing the book. She got me writing the book. The first time I wrote, and I pulled in my driveway, because I do my thinking in my driveway, and I listened to you, Triveda, and you just said you was going down the street, and when things come to you, you write it down if you don't have your, where you can record it. So I started carrying a notebook in my car with me. So, then I was like, okay, God, you got my attention, and I was listening, I was missing my son. So when I pulled up in the driveway, I just sat there and I began to write. I started listening to the words that was coming to me, that God was giving to me, and I just wrote that. So that's when Angela was doing a seed of immortality. So I just sent it over there to her, and she sent it back to me and asked me, can she use it? And I was like, yeah, go ahead. The next thing I know, she talking about she needs 3 more. I was like, 3 more? I don't know if you're going to take 3 more out of me, but you got this one.
Yeah, that's how she do. I met her doing virtual monologue in 2020, and ever since then, it's been, oh, well, you can do this. You can do this too. I need you to send me this right here, because I need this by tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, just send it to this email right here because I'm gonna need that. So and I definitely understand there is no room for comfort zone if you talking to Angela. If you had a comfort zone, it is non-existent at this point because you cannot see her space to say that you're going to be complacent and you're going to be comfortable in that space. You might don't even try to sit down because it's not even going to work. You're not going to be in that space for very long because he's like, especially if you show her any inkling of something new, just know that she's gonna come at you and be, oh, okay, well, I seen what you had did this right here. So I'm gonna use you go ahead and do that over here. And I'm like, I was doing that for that. I was doing this for something else. Okay, well, that's fine. I need you to do it. Okay, so come on.
Yep, that's her, because she been on me, and I'm like, Lord, I ain't no author. You know, I'm just a, I tell people because I have a commercial license, you know, I'm just a bus driver. That's all I am. I just drive the buses out here. Now she got me writing books and everything and booking trips and all of this, but you know,
Well. Look, I'm just that. Look. So if I see something in you, I have to. That is what I feel like my purpose is. If I see a gift or a talent within you, I must bring that out. And I tell you, that's just like my brother O here on this network. Again, I want to give a shout out to our new Southern Lady of Nashville, Tennessee, K Blossom, in honor of our great mentor from Tyler, Texas, Anna Waddell. She was an amazing host on this network. I did not personally get an opportunity to meet her, but I tell you, just being able to hear the memories of her legacy, it is truly an honor to be able to be the recipient of that award this year. I am the host of the year for 2023. So shout out to our new intern, K Blossom. I tell y'all, I think she gonna bring another level of of something to WBNN because she brought it tonight. And you guys, I tell you, I have truly enjoyed sitting here talking with you guys and sharing. We do have caller number 3 on the call, but when we finish with caller number 3, we're gonna go around and I want these amazing individuals that's tuned in tonight to be able to connect with you guys and to be able to check out your podcast if you have a podcast, to check out the things that you're doing within your community. So we're going to take caller number 3. Caller number 3, you are in queue. If you would, please state your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, this is Tiana Speaks. Hello, it's Andrew Thomas Smith, and hello to your wonderful guest. This is a really good show tonight. I wanted to call in and give you my support. I'm not sure which person something, but it kind of triggered a memory for me with your best friend from maybe a couple of years back. My friend died of heart failure, and that was one of the worst times of my life. We went to the hospital, and they said that my best friend's heart was working at 22%. And I remember sitting in with the nurse practitioner in the hospital, and for me personally, I love my best friend enough to give my life, like, in the same way. And so I'm thinking, what can I do? I literally asked them, I said, is there a way that I can give a healthy piece of my heart to my friend? Because, you know, sometimes they'll take, like, healthy tissue from certain organs and give it to other people so it can, you know, I don't know exactly. I did not mind taking a chance. I didn't know if they had that technology because they told me no. And I just think God is so powerful because from going from 22%, I said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Let me tell you, my friend was so good to me that I could see something was wrong. I could see they could barely walk. Something was wrong. They couldn't breathe. I'm thinking it could be pneumonia. I'm like, something's wrong with you. You need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. Finally, they went. And now, I found about Hawthorne with high blood pressure. Anybody listening, it's very good. You can, like, if you get the liquid and you put it under your tongue, it's natural. Absolutely not medication. It's a natural. It can bring your blood pressure down, and that would definitely help a lot. Changing your diet will help. My friend changed their diet, went to the gym. The heart functioning is back to normal now. Absolutely back to normal. And I just only thank God for that, because if I look, my best friend is a person who's been through me with everything, who, like, I can count on for 26 years. 26 years. I will lose somebody, that I know I could count on no matter what. If I needed something 7 miles away, and, they complain about it, but I know they're going to walk that 7 miles to get me. That's the kind of friend I had. To lose something like that would be very additional to me. It's just like, it's about health, because I would just go downhill. I know that. So I just thank God for really giving, my friend another chance. And, it just really kind of triggered a memory for me, because it was just like, it's a bittersweet memory, because I'm so glad that, for me personally, throughout my life, no matter what things have happened to me, people have done a lot of different things. It's like I was just came back from out of town, and I experienced something very, very bad while I was out of town. And, like, my friend, not this friend, but a different friend, walked me through it. And for me personally, this friend, my best friend, is the one who's kept me, like, keeping faith in people, because they've been the same person for me since day one. And I feel blessed, because when I look around, anybody I've ever met, I've never met anybody with them like I had. Not one person in my entire life. They may come, like, to an extent. So I feel blessed about that. So you talk about somebody's purpose. For me, the person that people tell me how I affect their lives in a positive way, but I also, for me, when times I just, like, stop believing in people because they do so much harm. Like, this is the person that kept me going, just naturally by just being them. So to know that their health, they're still here and still growing and kicking, like, I owe all of that. I thank God for that. I thank God for that. And because of them still being over here, be here for their purpose and the people in their lives, they're affecting me, and I'm able to affect them. Else I wanted to say about, Blazer, for that, she didn't want to talk, and, we got to thank Brother O for that, because, like, without him, none of this would be possible for us to share our experiences and, tell people on this. I just want to say, because there's something pushing me to say, like, for somebody listening, like, if you're going through heart failure, my mechanic's heart has been at 15% for a long time. He said he almost died, and he said that he promised God if God let him live, he would do everything to just, take care of God's people. He's the most honest person I ever know. Like a mechanic, I would say, that I've ever met. Like, he came to a parking garage and actually fixed my water pump for $100 with no problem. Like, he was very, very honest. He was not greedy. So it's like, just him, looking at him, his light just makes me happy to know that these people still exist in this world. And it's good that, Angela, like you're able to just push and be positive and try to help people put things out there. And I just want to say I'm very proud of you, too. I have to let you know that. So, like, ladies, like, I hope that, how can I put this? I just want to thank you for being a part of this show. I'm enjoying listening to all the things that you guys are saying. And I want to thank Brother O for giving everybody on this network an opportunity to share this, to affect at least one person. Because if we affect at least one person, we can affect domino effect. And I think that's a beautiful thing with the power of your voice, because there's people in the hospital right now that cannot speak. There's people who have lost their voice, who cannot talk anymore, brain injuries and things. So the power of the tongue is very, like, important for us.
You're talking we to
open
Triveda.
Our mouths and complain, and we open our mouths and say.
Triveda, one of the guests, she lost the ability to talk after one of her diagnoses. She suffered from shari malformation, and I may have said it wrong. She know I mess it up sometimes, but she lost her voice and could not talk. So yes, you definitely are right. There is definitely power in a voice, and you have the opportunity to utilize your voice. I want to urge and encourage everyone to take that opportunity to utilize your voice, just like Tiana. Tiana is an amazing host right here on the WBNN. She is our 2023 WBNN Communication Linear new host of the year. And she will be on this Friday. So y'all tune back in and check her out. Y'all, we got another caller. They want to hear, they want to talk to y'all tonight. We got another caller in queue. Caller number 4. If you would please state your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is King. I'm actually a host on the WBN network. Shout out to Brother O, Dr. Chinchilla, Alicia, Levine from All in One. I just got off this little job I was on, and I called in, and I was just so excited to hear one of you women speaking about how life is perfect, you know? And I just want to praise God, you know, because it hit home for me. You know, when you say life is perfect, they say Jesus is the only thing that's perfect. Right or wrong, that's what they'll tell you. Nothing's perfect, you know? But I did a little bit of research a couple years ago, you know, because I like to pray for discernment. You know, so when I spell out imperfect, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I spell out imperfect, because we are imperfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But when I spell out imperfect, I don't believe in coincidence.
I am perfect.
This is how it's spelled. I am perfect.
Come on now.
You know, and I know
because in our imperfectness, we are perfect in Him. That's what we got to understand. We can be perfect in Him. In our imperfectness, we're perfect in Him. So in our imperfectness, we can be made perfect through Him. Only through Him, though. But we are imperfect, and we have to understand that. But all power comes through Him. See how we get it, we get it.
So you also mentioned something about how God puts in our lives, and God knows this and He knows that, right? Am I wrong? Did you guys mention that God puts people in our lives? God.
Yeah,
I came at a pretty late time, right? And it was pretty perfect time for me, you know, because
He makes no mistakes.
I do believe that. I believe that I believe it.
He was right.
Exactly, no mistakes, and I believe that. Let me get my train of thoughts right. If God knows every hair that's in my head, then God, if He knows, I'll be underestimating God to say God didn't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
All right.
Because I know every hair that's in my head, then He has no plan for tomorrow. Yeah. So in my eyes, God knows every hair in my head. He also knows that we will get through whatever situation that will arise tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's why I said, don't worry. And the birds don't worry, yet they still fly around so beautiful. The daisies don't worry, yet they still grow so beautiful. You know, I believe that God won't put us through any battles that we don't have the strength to fight. You know, so if the battle's too big, then that battle's going to be for somebody else that has that strength, that lived the life that God painted that portrait. They've lived the life and they've developed the strength to fight that battle. So for anybody going through any battles, I would say you are entitled to that battle. You will get through that battle. Your husband is fighting the wrongful conviction. I heard that. He's going to get through that battle. Anybody dealing with heart failure, heart conditions, any type of diseases, we get to it to get through it. You know, sometimes getting to it, it might be our end of the road. You know, I'm dealing in a home health care agency. I lose people every month. You know, 90. Shout out to Irvin Fisher, 99-year-old World War II veteran, Jewish guy, just passed away. Not so long ago. So what I'm saying is, I'm not going to be too long. And when we make people, God allow us to meet them, whether they're bad, whether they're bad or good, because even the bad person that comes into your life, they can help you build your character, or even for you to show them the good in you, which can inspire them to be good.
Right.
Yeah, they were part of their
So
family.
somebody bad might come in your life and you use that badness. Don't get the hell out of my face. I don't want to talk to you. No, because you could also miss out a blessing because we can be equipped with the capabilities, with the skills to redirect people's minds.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
So right. You're so right. You're so right. And that was Mr. King. Let me see. Y'all, I'm having some issue. That was Mr. King. He is a new host on the WBNN. Y'all, they liking y'all tonight. We got another caller. We got caller number 5 in queue. And then we gonna let y'all share y'all contact information. I promise we're gonna share your contact information. Caller number 5. Where you calling from? In your name, please.
All right, peace. My travel name is Honi Bakatun, and my pen and stage name is Master Time Man Haru. How y'all women of God doing tonight? I'm really, really enjoying the show. Very inspirational. As always, I mean, you always bring in an International Internet Radio Hall of Famer, Angela Thomas, always doing what you do. Loving what I'm hearing for your special honored guests. Very, very fortunate to be able to hear such inspirational stories from each one of you. Okay, now I'm the host of We Will Aware You. As always, when your show ends, mine begins. Now, tomorrow, my regular show, We Will Aware You, at 9 o'clock Standard Time, I'll be speaking about the misconception of darkness and the deception of whiteness tomorrow. And it's amazing because I always pray and meditate on what I am to offer the attentive listening audience. And lo and behold, another case. Another case where one of our own get murdered. And most of us are just going about our lives. How long are we as a people going to continue this? Or better yet, continue to allow soulless ones like that to get away with it? Anyway, that'll be at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and it definitely won't be for the wicked heart. Thanks.
And y'all, that was the 2022 International Internet Radio Hall of Fame broadcast lifetime achiever, Huni Bakatun. And I dare you to say it 5 times. Y'all, we got caller number 6 in queue. Caller number 6, if you would, please state your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, can you hear me? This
Yes,
is Cheryl
we can
LeGrand,
hear you.
North Carolina.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hey, girl. How y'all doing? I have been listening. I have been enjoying the show. I want to say powerful testimonies. Each and every one of you all, my heart goes out to you because Miss Angela knows I also been battling with health issues, but I heard something which is true. We have to be careful what comes out of our mouth and don't speak those things to existence because I'm a cancer survivor. I've been going through lupus the last 10 years. Then it's my heart at 50%. Now they're trying to send me back to the cancer center because the levels of my blood is so low. So one thing that I know is that even though we have people praying for us, we got to pray for ourselves and we got to have faith and believe in ourselves. It's okay to be obedient. It's okay to eat right. Our faith is so important when we are connected to Christ because if we listen to the doctors, then our mind won't be right. So I thank you, ladies. I've been listening, but like I believe all things is possible through Christ. I push even when it say don't push because I believe everything is about our mindset. If we believe in our mind, we'll believe in our heart. If we believe in our heart, we believe in our mind. We believe in Christ, then we will move. And I know that I've been listening to you all and the tragedy losing their son. I heard so many different stories, but one thing this brother said is that everybody that we meet, either it's a lesson, even if it's something that God is trying to build through us, whether it's our character, whether it's our strength, whether it's love, whatever the case may be, even the ones that don't treat us right, God is trying to do something, because we got to remember that anyone can't do nothing without Christ. And so a lot of times it's spiritual warfare that I believe. Now, I could be wrong, but it's a spiritual warfare, and it's for us to trust in Him more. So I pray my strength that I continue, and you ladies are inspiring, motivating. I love you, Miss Angie. You knew I was coming on. I try to, come on when I can, but this was worth it. I pray for you ladies. Keep doing what you're doing. And like she said, the young man who started the radio business, whoever did, and thank you all for allowing me to be part of your conversations. I'm humble, I'm blessed, and I'm grateful. And I've been in the hospital all day today, but guess what? As long as God give me another opportunity to push through, then I will continue. And I'm praying for all of you all. And thank you again, Miss Angela, and everybody up here. And ladies, I've really been enjoying each and every thing, and I'm learning as well. So you all have a blessed one, and thank you so much.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for always chiming in and supporting. I tell you, I met Miss Cheryl. It's been about 4 years ago, I think. We actually had an opportunity to do a monologue. I think Triveda was a part of that with us. We did a monologue, and let me share a little testimony about that, y'all. For most of us that was on that monologue, a part of that monologue, every last one of us had a story. We were all given a storyline, and just about every last one of those storylines played out in our lives. Because my storyline was that I was going to have a soul wrenching experience that was going to shake me, and I lost my best friend, my cousin, my big brother. Cheryl was diagnosed. Her storyline was that she was going to be diagnosed. I think it was liver cancer. They diagnosed her with liver cancer. Yet she would get the phone call and get the diagnosis that she had breast cancer. See how the enemy worked and how he did not win. Because every last one of us, we yet pressing. Here it is 4 years later. And yet we still here. We still connected. We still doing things. We did not allow any of that to turn us around. See, it's all about your mindset and what you believe. That if you just have that little faith of a mustard seed, and everybody know how small that mustard seed. If you just have that little faith, it can move mountains. So I want everybody, while we still have opportunity, I want everybody, and we're gonna start with Latonya. And I want everybody to tell. We're gonna go to Latonya, then Stephanie, then to Triveda, and then Shanette. I want y'all to tell everybody how they can follow you on your platforms, and all of that. If you have something that's coming up, or something important, please share that as well. Latonya, the floor is yours.
Okay. Again, I am Latonya Littlejohn. I can be found on Facebook as Latonya Michelle Littlejohn. I can be found on Instagram as I am Tanya Littlejohn. I do have a show coming up this Friday, where I will be talking with Miss Triveda and Miss Patrice Grimble about divorce and life after. So, if you're not doing anything, we would love for you to come in, share with us if you've gone through anything divorce-wise, or, what have you, and you want to share your story, feel free to reach out. I'm not hard to find. Again, my podcast is Delayed But Not Denied, and I take in Monday and 4th Fridays of every month at 8 p.m. Central. Right, y'all? Central? I think that's what we are.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. My brain is doing its own thing. But I also want to encourage you all to get out and vote. Make your voices heard. Your voice does matter. Your vote does count, and it's very much needed. We are in a world of trouble right now, and if you care anything about what's going on in your world, please speak up, say something, get involved, and until next time, thank you again, Angela, for having me. And I look forward to seeing you this weekend, this Friday.
All right. Stephanie?
Hey again. It is Stephanie Johnson Rice, and Facebook it is Stephanie Johnson Rice, and Instagram it is @Peculiar Princess. My phone number is 864762148. Email peculiarprincess2019 in numeric characters @gmail.com. Holla at your girl.
And Stephanie, you don't have nothing going on?
No, I am revamping, so
Okay, we'll talk.
Stephanie always got something going on. Okay. That's a rare one.
That's rare. That's why I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Triveda. It caught me off guard. It caught me off guard. I'm sorry, Triveda. Go ahead.
It's okay, because with Miss Stephanie, she always got something going, and she always going somewhere. So that was surprising when she ain't had nothing else. I'm like, okay, she got something. There was a little pause there. I was like,
okay.
But you can find me on Facebook at Triveda Harris. You can find me on Facebook with my business, which is Wings of Transformation Publishing. You can find my Facebook group as Wings of Transformation. You can find the Journey podcast group on Instagram. You can find me as Wings of Trans 21, Triveda Harris, Triveda_Harris78 on Instagram. You can also find me at Triveda Harris on YouTube. What else? Believe in the Journey podcast at gmail.com if you want to be a part of the show. I have a show that is coming up actually tomorrow night. I am on every second Sunday and fourth Thursday of the month at 8 p.m. My guest tomorrow that I'm going to have is a returning guest, and we are talking about staying on God's assignment. So you don't want to miss that show. You can always find me at Facebook, Instagram. As I said, it is Triveda. If you can say Triveda, if you can say Velveeta, you can remember Triveda. It's just as cheesy as I am. I'm here to make you laugh, but I'm also here to make sure that you understand that God has a purpose for every single thing that you're doing in your life. So no matter how hard it looks, no matter how bad the storm is raging, God will see you through to the other side. Just believe in the journey. And remember, stay out of God's business. The only thing he needs you to do is be obedient to what he's called you to do. That's it.
Oh, wow. And Shanette.
You can reach me. You can reach me on Facebook at Shanette Johnson, on Instagram at Just Being Shanette, or you can also reach me at Let's Talk About It on Facebook. Let's Talk About It 2024 on Instagram. I am in the process of writing my first book with the help of Angela, and it's entitled Coping with Grief. So if you have lost a spouse, a child, a parent, or anyone in your life, I will, and you would like to share, I invite you to come and join me. I will be putting up the information on my Facebook page at Shanette Johnson, or Let's Talk About It, whichever one is going to be there. So I would like for you to come and share in, it's people out there that's grieving at this time. So we need to share our story of what we're going through. Also, if you are in the LA area, let me get it right. Angela will be here in the LA area for the AAA-LCA book tour is coming to our city. So if you're in the LA area, I invite you to come out August 17th from 2 to 6 at the Billboard Library in Los Angeles, California. And also, this is the last thing, me and Angela and I will be supporting Guy Jones. I believe I'm saying her name right. In September, she's having a brunch. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, please buy a ticket or donate to the Colorful World of Cancer. It's a brunch, and she's celebrating everyone that have the different cancers. We want to be there to support her. So remember to always drink your water, stay hydrated, use your voice even if it's shaky. But if you're not going to use your voice for good, stay out of other people's business. I love you and be blessed.
Wow. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I tell you, I have truly, truly, truly enjoyed having these amazing queens stop by. I just want to read my poem one more time for these queens because I want them to know that they are indeed, indeed special to me. Bound by a mission strong and true, empowered souls radiating through hues. Stephanie, a beacon of faith, guiding with light, her wisdom and grace, a centennial sight. Triveda, a warrior, fierce and bold, inspirational strength, a story untold. Latonya, a pillar of courage and grace, leading with heart in every embrace. Queens of the upstate, shining bright, empowering souls through the darkest night. In purpose they walk, with heads held high, champion change, reaching for the sky. Their legacy woven in stories untold. Queens walking with purpose, a sight to behold. Pastor Stephanie, Triveda, Latonya so grand, queens of purpose, leading this land. I love you guys. Now it's Ngozi time.
Well, first of all, I want to thank all the folks that came to the library to be here tonight. And the young ladies have expounded upon greatness, upon heavenly greatness. And what more can we say tonight to Angela Thomas Smith? And I'm very moved because, my father died of congestive heart failure in his 70s. And a moving review tonight, what we do on a constant basis here at WBNN. We are the greatest internet radio network of all time. And Angela Thomas Smith comes from that tree. And now she's doing the group podcast with excellence. Excellent. And understanding that there is no comfort zone. And of course, excuses are for the incompetent. And discipline is never the enemy of enthusiasm. And of course, tonight, we're working on congratulations on your 59th WBNN Communications All-Time Consecutive with the Darlene Lewis Championship honoring this great Hall of Fame. Another great woman out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who really, really, pinpointed excellence. This young lady from 2013 to 2015 had 36 all-time connection records. She was the head of all of that record. We honor Darlene tonight. Great women. Great women. And of course, tomorrow night we come back on with a great man. His name is Huni Bakatun. More can we say tonight that hasn't already been said. You know, his greatness is outstanding. And tomorrow night we will wear you. We'll be here at www.blogtalkradio.com at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the one and only Family Nation. Of course, WBNN has advertising doing Ngozi Time Multimedia. Twitter, Google, Instagram, and X, going on Twitter. Ola Deli Malay with Ngozi at Facebook. Any comments, suggestions, so one for program tonight? Oh, like Day Delay. Site goes to myandshoes.com. I am your mother and father's favorite producer, Dr. Ola Deli Malay with Ngozi, saying good night and love. So all the folks out there on Force Radio, the first and after today. Now it's the accolade. The 2023 WBNN Communications Host of the Year with the annual Waddell Award for Excellence, and of course, Excelsior. The 2023 International Interracial Hall of Fame broadcasting Enshrinee, young lady from Anderson, South Carolina, the outstanding mentor of the Crew podcast, proprietor, and a friend, the one and only Angela
Unmuted.
Thomas Smith.
Well, again, I want to thank everyone that counted robbery to join us on tonight that tuned in. Finding your purpose often begins with the introspective reflection and listening to our inner voice. It involves exploring our passions, values, talents, and experiences to uncover what truly ignites our soul and brings us a sense of meaningful and fulfillment. I hope that there was something that was shared on tonight's broadcast that has touched you. I hope that there was a nugget that you can take away and apply to your everyday. Know that you have purpose. Know that you did not get dropped out of the sky. If you want change, change begins and end with you. So be that change that you desire to see in this world. In 4 weeks, I'll be right back here. So make sure that you tune in. Same time, same place. I love you as my brother O say, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So you have a good night, and thank you for tuning in.